All right, we begin with Storm Boris. The death toll in the extreme weather and flooding let loose by Storm Boris in Central Europe has risen to 22. Now, this comes after 3 more victims were reported in Poland and 1 in Austria. High winds and unusually heavy rainfall have hit swathes of Austria, the Czech Republic, Hungary, Poland, Romania and Slovakia since last week. Although the weather seemed to be stabilizing in several places, the ground remains saturated and rivers are overflowing, with authorities asking people to remain cautious. 2 big cities in Poland, Opole in the south and Wrocław in the west, were still awaiting the flood wave, and there were concerns that the dikes there could break. Prime Minister Donald Tusk has announced additional government aid for those in Poland hit by the storm, bringing the total sum to $520 million.
Currently, there are different scenarios regarding the flood wave on the Oder. However, the Bystrycka River, like several other rivers and tributaries of the Oder, and I think that as the flow on the Oder increases, the threat to its tributaries will also increase.
Polish police reported that 3 more people have died as a result of Storm Boris, raising the toll in the country to 7. Police chief announced the updated figure of 7 dead in a televised crisis meeting. At least 2 of the new victims were discovered in the southwestern district of Klodzko. A new victim was also reported on Tuesday in Austria. An 81-year-old woman was Austria's 5th victim of the flood. The fire brigade found the woman's body in her flooded home in Lower Austria, the worst impacted province in the Alpine nation. In Austria, 26 communities were cut off, and with the weather improving, authorities are discovering the scale of the disaster. According to latest tallies, Storm Boris has caused the deaths of 7 people in Romania and 3 in Czech Republic. In the Czech Republic, more than 60,000 homes are still without electricity, mainly in the country's northeast. The largest Czech retention basin, the Rosenberg Pond in the country's south, has been overflowing its banks. Meanwhile, IFRC's head of Health, Disaster, Climate and Crisis for Europe has warned that these floods, labeled historic, will soon be frequent or even annual as we go forward. More investment in adaptation rather than mitigation is needed, as floods in Europe will be likely more frequent due to climate change.